Hello everyone. Today we will talk about slew rate of op-amp. Slew rate is an important parameter which limits the bandwidth for large signals, and it indicates how fast output voltage can change. It is also defined as the maximum rate of change of output voltage realized by step input voltage, and usually it is expressed in volts per microseconds. That means as you change the input within a second, within a microsecond, output should get changed. This is nothing but the slew rate of op-amp. In data sheet of op-amp, slew rate is given. So op-amp slew rate is key for many electronic circuit designs. Designing for slew rate ensures the circuit accommodates fast output rises and reduces distortion. So for reducing distortion also we require slew rate parameter. As I told you, output of an operational amplifier can only change by certain amount in a given time. So this limit is called the slew rate of op-amp. Operational amplifier slew rate can limit the performance of circuit if the slew rate requirement is exceeded. It can distort the waveform and prevent the input signal being faithfully represented at the output if slew rate is exceeded. So, better you should know the slew rate of used op-amp. Then and then you can go for distortionless output. Okay. So, it is the important parameter. It is related to the frequency response. So, we can call it as a AC performance characteristics of op-amp. So, slew rate is also known as AC performance characteristics of op-amp. Okay. Op-amp with wide bandwidth have better slew rates. Slew rate limiting affects all amplifiers where capacitance on internal nodes or as a part of external load has to be charged or discharged as voltage levels vary. So, general purpose op-amp such as IC741 have a maximum slew rate of 0.5 volts per microseconds, which means that output voltage can change at a maximum of 0.5 volts in 1 microsecond. So, slew rate is usually specified at unity gain and no load. It improves the higher closed loop gain and DC supply voltage also. So, we will see in detail about the slew rate of op-amp. So, practically it can be written as change in output voltage with respect to time. So, dVo by dt is nothing but the slew rate of op-amp. Okay. So, why slew rate limiting is there? Slew rate is determined by a number of factors such as amplifier gain, then compensating capacitors present inside the op-amp, and change in polarity of output voltage. It is also a function of temperature, and slew rate generally reduces due to rise in temperature. So, capacitor within or outside op-amp is required to prevent oscillations, and this capacitor restricts the response of op-amp to a rapidly changing input signal. So, the rate at which output voltage across the capacitor, suppose it is written as Vc, capacitor voltage is written as Vc, increases is given by dVc by dt. It is nothing but the I by C. I is the current furnished by internal circuit and C is the capacitor value. So this means that op-amp must have either higher current or a small compensation capacitor. So for example, the IC741 can provide, for example, IC741 can provide 15 microampere of maximum current to a 30 picofarad capacitor. Therefore, how you calculate slew rate? Slew rate is equal to output voltage change. That means voltage across capacitor divided by dt. That means change in time. And this is nothing but equal to I by C. So you can directly write here I is 15 microampere and divided by C is 30 picofarads. So what will be the slew rate? Slew rate is 0.5 volts per microsecond. Okay. So in this way slew rate can be calculated. Therefore slew rate of more than 100 volts per microsecond. Suppose अपना slew rate 100 volts per microsecond है, then it is called as high speed op amps. It is for high speed, then that op amp is also known as high speed op amp and are available for special applications. So these type of op amps are used for special applications such as video systems. As all of you know that for video system, as input changes within a microseconds, within a nanoseconds, your image should get changed, right? So for that your slew rate should be very high. That means 100 volt per microsecond. So for that we can use high speed. That type of op amps are known as high speed of op amps. Okay. Then next point in this, slew rate limiting of sine wave. Slew rate limiting of sine wave. So how output will change when you apply sine wave as the input. So slew rate limits the speed of response of large signal wave shapes. So suppose we have one circuit which is nothing but the voltage follower. At this we are applying input voltage Vi and then you are connecting this inverting terminal to the output directly without any feedback resistor. Okay, and this is your output. So this circuit is known as voltage follower. Voltage follower is a circuit which can be used as a buffer or isolator because it follows the input. Voltage follower means it follows the input but having some impedance in between the previous circuit and next circuit. That's why it can be used as a buffer. Okay. So here we are applying, suppose Vi equal to Vm sin omega t and output will be Vm sin omega t because it is voltage follower. There is no any phase shift and all. So rate of change of output, if you calculate dVo by dt, it will becomes Vm W cos of omega, not W, omega here, Vm omega cos of, if you take derivative of this term you will get Vm omega into cos of omega t. Then this is your output at the voltage follower. So if you apply sine wave, what happen at the output, and if you apply pulse at the input, then what happened? So for this I am drawing one diagram here. So here in voltage follower, suppose we are applying one pulse. So here I am applying pulse, okay, at the input side, this is T, this is VO. So because of slew rate effect, your output will change like this. Okay, so this part, rate of change of output voltage with respect to time, is known as slew rate. So this is your VI, and this is your VO. Okay, so this is VI, this is VO. So this is the effect of slew rate on pulse input, and if you apply sine wave, then at the output, suppose this is your input sine wave, and because of slew rate effect, your output will change like this. This is nothing but the distortion. This is nothing but the distortion. So this part is nothing but the slew rate. Okay, so this happens when you apply pulse and when you apply sine wave to the voltage follower, and this is the effect of slew rate limiting. So here, as we have seen, dVo by dt is nothing but the Vm cos of omega t. So maximum rate of change of the output occurs when here cos of omega t equal to 1. Okay, so for this, keep value as 1 here. So equation becomes slew rate equal to what is that, one sec, dVo by dt. dVo by dt, Vo is maximum, Vo max, maximum rate of change of output, max equal to Vm, that is this one, Vm omega, this one Vm omega cos of omega t is equal to 1. So here we put Vm into omega. Okay, so what is omega? Omega is nothing but the 2 pi f. So you can write like this, 2 pi f Vm. Vm is maximum voltage, so it happens at maximum frequency, so we can write it as a 2 pi fm Vm. So slew rate is equal to 2 pi fm Vm volts per microseconds. So this is our formula for slew rate. So from the slew rate you can calculate f max, that maximum frequency at which an undistorted output voltage with a peak value of m can be obtained. So by data sheet you get the value of slew rate, and from slew rate you can calculate f max. So slew rate upon 2 pi fm. Okay, so the maximum peak sinusoidal output voltage that can be obtained at a frequency of f is given by here from this formula again, that is V max is equal to slew rate divided by 2 pi f or omega. So these are the formulas which are very much useful for calculation of f max, V max and slew rate. Okay, so this is about slew rate concept. Effect of slew rate limiting is the resulting distortion in the output signal. So when op-amp circuit is operated beyond its slew rate capabilities, then what happened? So we will see it by example. So using an example, consider sinusoidal input Vi is applied to the voltage follower. If the slew rate is high enough, the output could be, as I told you, Vo is equal to Vm sine 2 pi f t. Sin omega t is nothing but the 2 pi ft. So the rate of change of output becomes as above, Vm omega cos of omega t. dVo by dt is nothing but your slew rate. Okay. So peak amplitude here is given by 2 pi, peak amplitude is given by 2 pi f into Vm. So to realize an undistorted output, slew rate must be equal to or greater than dVo by dt. So from this condition we can conclude that your slew rate must be equal to or greater than dVo by dt at maximum voltage. Okay, so 2 pi f Vm should be less than or equal to slew rate, or you can write it like this: f into Vm less than or equal to slew rate divided by 2 pi. So what it shows? It shows that there is trade-off existing between frequency f and amplitude Vm. In other words, Vm must be sufficiently small to operate at higher frequencies. Okay, so this trade-off can be concluded from this equation. So what is that trade-off? Vm must be sufficiently small to operate at higher frequencies. So frequency and Vm, in between this there is trade-off. So to operate IC74 at its full small signal bandwidth of 1 megahertz, as I told you, there is unity gain bandwidth of op amp is 1 megahertz as a voltage follower. The maximum amplitude of Vm can be, if you have this bandwidth 1 megahertz of IC741, then from that calculate maximum voltage at which there will be no distortion at the output. So that can be calculated by Vm equal to 0.5 volts per milliseconds divided by 2 pi f. This f will here then, so that f is 1 megahertz. So 1 into 10 raised to 6. So what is Vm here? Vm will be 80 millivolt. So hence full power bandwidth of an op amp is defined as the maximum frequency at which the op amp can produce an undistorted output with the maximum possible amplitude. Thus your full power bandwidth, this is what Vm is the maximum possible amplitude. Okay, so specifications, in specifications it is given that full power bandwidth of an op amp. So full power bandwidth of op amp is defined as maximum frequency at which op amp can produce an undistorted output with maximum possible amplitude. Okay, so full power bandwidth is equal to slew rate divided by 2 pi V saturation. So this is what V saturation is nothing but the saturation voltage of op amp. V saturation is nothing but the saturation voltage of op amp, which is always 90% of VCC. VCC is the supply voltage. Okay, so full power bandwidth is denoted by slew rate upon 2 pi Vsat. Vsat is the maximum voltage. Okay, so this is the concept of slew rate, which is the limiting factor of op amp, and always it is given in the data sheet of op amp. So thank you. See you in next video.